Hello everybody, welcome to the English session. So today I'm going to tell next lesson. I know that you all are very much excited to listen one more lesson from your book, which is called as The Boy Who Sold His Wisdom. So let's see what this story about. So before we look into the lesson or the story, let me know what is a wisdom. Anybody know what is wisdom? Okay, so let me explain you what is a wisdom. So when you were toddlers, when you were small kids, or when you were in UKG, LKG, or first standard, or nursery time, right? You don't know how to communicate, you don't know how to talk, you don't know how to say it, right? But as you have grown up, year by year, you came to know. You came to know how should I communicate with my mother? How should I talk with my friend? How should I talk, or how should I communicate with my neighbor? What is good? What is bad? It is called. So you get a knowledge about a certain thing. It is called as a wisdom. Now you can ask me, how can a boy sell wisdom? How it is possible? So here, let's see how the boy was trying to sell his wisdom and why he was trying to sell his wisdom. So I want everybody to sit down and listen the story carefully. So let's see the characters of this story. Nagendra, the boy, Babu, Gupta, the rich merchant, king, queen. So I've told you queens. That means the king had two queens, the two wives. It is called two queens. Maids. For the two queens had maids, the two maids. Minister of that area and the doctor. So these are the characters of this lesson. So children, look into the glossary part, read it aloud and underline the words. So let's see how the boy is selling his wisdom. Now, in the first paragraph, Nagendra was orphaned. So meaning of orphaned is a child whose parents are dead and found himself without a job. So he was a boy called as Nagendra. He was an orphan. That means he didn't have his parents, but he was very clever and he has learned many things. Okay, he was a boy who learned everything by observing his father. Okay, and one day what happened? One day he got a brilliant idea. What did he got a brilliant idea? He went into a town and hired the smallest and cheapest place he could find and set up a shop. So now he went to a market. He got some idea and he went to a market. He purchased one small room, a small place, and he set up a shop. Why did he purchase one small place? Okay, why? Because he wanted to open a shop. And then what did he do? He spent a few nickel coins he had and he purchased what? So first he hired a shop, okay, and then he purchased a paper, a ink and a pen. So definitely pen will be an ink pen, right? And then he wrote on a paper. What did he write on a paper? Wisdom for sale. What was written on the paper? Wisdom for sale. So all around him, so next to this Nagendra's shop, there were other shops also. You have seen the market, right? Yes. So in the same, there were certain shops were there, like cloth shop, jewelry shop, fruit shop, vegetable shops, different kinds of things that people used to buy every day. And Nagendra called out. Nagendra was calling everybody. You have seen, right? Vendors will keep on calling, right? Come here, come this side, please buy flowers, please buy these, right? And same way Nagendra was also calling the people. So what he was saying, all kinds of wisdoms for sale. Because he was keep on saying, come here, please come to my shop, and you can get all kind of wisdom with a reasonable price. So by listening to Nagendra, the people used to go near to the shop, and when they see inside, they could not find anything. They could not find anything in the shop because there was nothing in the shop. There was only a paper and written there, wisdom for sale. And when people came there and saw the shop was empty, so what they were doing, they start laughing on him. Okay, nobody was purchasing, not even one piece of wisdom was sold by him. But he was patient. He was patient means he was calm. He was saying, no, somebody will come and buy from me wisdom. One day in a market, a boy came called as Babu, and he was a rich merchant's son. So what is merchant here? A person involved in trade who do buying and selling. Okay, and he was going through the shop. He was going to the shop, and Babu heard that somebody is selling wisdom. Okay, he was hawking. Hawking is nothing but to sell goods, especially noisily on the street. I told you, right? When you go into a market, it will be full noisy. So it was same like noisy. And in somewhere he heard that somebody selling a wisdom. Somebody saying wisdom of all kinds. And this Babu was a stupid boy. Okay, he didn't know what was really being sold. He didn't know only because he was a stupid boy. He doesn't know what was selling. So he thought maybe it will be a vegetable which he can hold or which he can see. He thought it may be a vegetable. So he went to the Nagendra and he asked, what is the cost of wisdom per kg? So Nagendra said, no, I don't sell wisdom by weight, but I sell it by quality. So what Babu did, as I told, he was a stupid boy. So he kept up money, that is 5 cent. He kept and gave to a Nagendra and said, give me a wisdom for this much money. So the Nagendra took one paper and wrote in that, and what was written on that? It is not wise to stand and watch two people fighting. So it was the advice given by the Nagendra to Babu. So what Babu did, he took that piece of paper and he tied in his turban cloth and he went back. And then what happened? Babu went home and he showed his father what he bought. And he said, Dad, there was somebody who was selling wisdom. So I bought some wisdom and I tied to my turban. So what is a turban? A man's head covered as with a cap with a long cloth. Okay, this is meaning of turban. And the father, what he did, he untied the knot. He took the paper. Okay, he took the paper and he read it. And what was writing there? It is not wise to stand and watch two people fighting. And what happened? Dad became very angry. He was furious and was screaming on his son that you are a fool, you are a nonsense, you don't know that what did you do? And he said, for this advice you have paid a nickel, right? You paid a 5 cent. And everybody know that. Dad said to him, everybody know that whenever two people are fighting, we should not stand there. So come, we'll go to that market and we'll see who is that fellow, who is that person who sold you this nonsense paper. And they went to a Nagendra's shop and he was scolding him very soundly means very loudly. He was screaming on Nagendra, saying that you are a dishonest man, you have cheated my son, he is a fool. I know that my son is a fool, but you are cheating him, you have cheated him. Okay, return money or else I will call the police. Then, but after listening this, Nagendra said, if you don't want my goods, you can return itself. He says very calmly, very coolly, okay sir, you don't want my advice, you can return back my wisdom and I'll give back to your money. So what Gupta ji did, so Gupta is a merchant. So what Gupta did, Gupta took that paper and he threw it back to the, returned back to the Nagendra. And Nagendra said, no sir, you have only given back the paper, you have not written my wisdom. So the merchant said, tell me what you want me to do. So Nagendra said, you know what you have to do, you have to sign an document, you have to sign in a paper saying that your son will never use my advice. That is, what was the advice? If two people are fighting, you should not stand and watch. So wherever the two people fight, Babu has to stand there and has to see the fighting, he will never use my advice. So please sign and take your money. This is what Nagendra said to merchant. And now in this paragraph, the passers-by supported Nagendra, and Gupta, what did he do? He signed the document and took back the money. And he was very much happy that whatever my son has done, son's foolishness, I have got back this money. So he was very much happy. A few days later, an incident happened in a market. Okay, so the king of the land had two queens. I told you already, the king had two queens, and they were hating each other. Okay, as the two queens were hating each other, so queens had their own mates, right? And here even the mates were hating each other. So one day what happened? These two mates went to the market as a command of queen. Okay, so queen sent their mate to the market and they wanted to buy a pumpkin. So both the mates came to market. They both went to a same shop and they both wanted to buy the same pumpkin. There was only one pumpkin in the shop, in the particular shop, and they were fighting for that one pumpkin. And they began to quarrel. They were using abusing words. What is abusing word? Abusing word is use of something to bad effect or for bad purpose, misuse. Okay. And gesture. Gesture is nothing but a movement of part of the body, especially your hand or a head. Okay. So they were talking very badly. They were fighting. They were pulling their hair, and all things was happening in the shop. And what happened? And then Babu came there. Okay, and Babu remembered that his father had a contract with Nagendra that he will not take Nagendra's advice. So what was Nagendra's advice? Yes, Nagendra's advice was when two people are fighting, you should not stand there and see the fight. When Babu remembered that, he stood there because he can't escape, right? It was happening in the market and Nagendra was also there. And then everybody watching the fight and everybody left. But this Babu, who was a foolish boy, he remembered that contract and he was standing there and he was seeing all the fight. Okay, and during the one maid, she told the merchant's son, that is Babu, that you are the witness, that you will be my witness, and when I'll go and I'll tell all this story to the king, you are going to be my witness and you are going to help me out. You will tell all the truth. In the same way, the other maid also tell the same thing to the Babu. See, you were standing here, you saw all the quarrel, and now you are going to be my witness. You are going to tell everything, whatever happened in the market, and who started fighting, who used the bad words, and who started the fight. So you are going to tell this in front of the king. So after the fight, the two mates went to the queens and told them about the quarrel which they had in the market, with adding extra things, okay, which we colorful details. You know, we say mirch masala. So she has put mirch masala in that, and they have told to the queens. And queens will become very furious. Very furious is nothing but angry. They become furious, they become angry, and they send complaint to the king. And both of the maids have told Babu that you have watched all the fight, and you are going to witness from our side. This was the order given by the queen to the Babu. And they also warned him that if Babu did not support the particular maid or one maid, then his head will be chopped off. That means the queen will kill him. After listening this, Babu was in panic. Panic is in tension. He was in tension, and when father heard, that is merchant, when father heard about this fight and about this maid, even Babu's father was also in a panic. And finally, what they decided? Finally, the merchant told to the Babu, to his son, let's go to the Nagendra and we'll ask him to give some idea. So now, both the father and the son, they went to Nagendra and they asked him to give an advice or give a wisdom. And Nagendra said, definitely I will give you an wisdom, or definitely I will help you, but the fee would be 500 rupees. And Guptavara said, okay fine, I'm ready to give 500 rupees, but I want you to give me a wisdom which can save my son. And Nagendra gave an advice, and the advice was, when they call you to the court, pretend to be insane. That means when they call you to court and when you have to go in front of king and you have to talk, you have to act like you're insane. So insane meaning is seriously mentally ill. You have to act like a mad and behave like that as if you didn't understand anything. This was the advice given to Babu by Nagendra. And what happened next day? Next day, the king called the witness. The king called the Babu, okay? And king and his minister were keep on asking several questions, various questions. But what he was doing is he was giving answer? No, he was not giving an answer. But what did he do? He was babbling. Babbling means he was saying some different kinds of words, uttering some nonsense, uttering some words which don't have a meaning, okay? And it was a keep on going, and the time has come where king lost the patience. Patience means that time, okay? He was getting very angry, and what did he say? Take this boy from my courtroom, because he can't be a good witness. He don't know what he's saying. He's mentally ill. So it's better to take this boy. And when Gupta came to know, he was very much happy, and that's how the Nagendra's great wisdom sale was happening too much. Everybody were coming to Nagendra, and they were buying the wisdom from Nagendra. And after some days, Gupta was not happy. Gupta was unpleased. Gupta was not pleased. Why? Because the king will be always roaming here and there, right? So he was afraid that if king see his son in a good way, or else the son has to all the time act like a mad. He has to act all the time like a mad. Otherwise, what will happen? King will find out that he has been tricked, that he has been cheated, and definitely his son's head will be chopped off. So he was very much tense, and he decided, let me go back to Nagendra and I'll ask for the more wisdom. And Nagendra said, I'll definitely help you. I'll sell the wisdom, but for that you have to pay me more 500 rupees. And then what happens? What Nagendra gave him advice? Nagendra gave him advice that go back to the king, that you have to go back to the king when he's in a very good mood. He's in laughter, joyful way. Go back, tell Babu to go there when king is very happy mood, and tell him the whole story, okay? And definitely what will happen? King is already in the good mood, right? So he will laugh at your story and he will forgive you. But always remember that you have to tell all these stories when he is in a good mood. And Babu also followed the advice, and one day he found that king was in a very good mood and told him the story. What the story? That what happened in the market. The two maids were fighting for what? For a pumpkin, correct? And the king laughed. He was laughing a lot, and finally he forgave Babu. That means the Babu should not act like a mad in front of anyone. Now, after this, king came to know about the Nagendra. Because of Nagendra's advice only the Babu saved, right? So he was very much interested in Nagendra, and he said that I want to meet Nagendra and I will ask him to sell me some wisdom. And the boy said, who is the boy here? Nagendra, yes. So Nagendra said that of course I have plenty of wisdom and I want to sell specially for you, and for king I have a different kinds of wisdom, but my fee will be 1 lakh rupees. And the king said, I'm ready to give you 1 lakh rupees for telling the advice. And what did Nagendra did? He took a piece of paper and he has written, what did he written? The fourth advice: think deeply before you do anything. What is the advice given by Nagendra to the king? Think deeply before you do anything. And the king also took that advice very seriously. Okay, so he had his pillows. In that pillows he has engraved it. On his plates he wrote so that he should not forget the Nagendra's advice. And after a few months the king fell ill. The king fell sick, and the king called the minister and one of his queen. What they were doing? They were making planning. Okay, the king minister and one of the queen was planning to kill him. So what they both did, they bribed the doctor and they asked him to give a wrong medicine. So wrong medicine is nothing but to give the king a poison to kill the king. This was the plan of the minister and the queen, one of the queen, to kill the king. And then the doctor got the medicine, right? The doctor got the medicine in his golden cup. Okay, his golden cup. And when he took that golden cup to drink the medicine, on the plates also it was written, think deeply before you do anything. And without suspecting, what did he do? He just took the cup down and he was seeing the medicine. And doctor was also watching all this. So when the king was watching the medicine, the doctor thought that king got a doubt. But here king did get a doubt. He was just simply seeing the cup, and here doctor was watching and he felt very nervous and he felt guilty. Doctor was feeling very guilty, and he thought that the king has guessed it. Before the king say anything, what doctor did you know? Doctor threw himself at his feet. He fell on his feet and he was confessing. Confessing means telling of your things, telling of your mistakes, right? He was telling the mistakes that I didn't do anything. This all is done by your minister and the queen. Please forgive me. And king, what did he do? He ordered the doctor must be arrested. Okay, and he also sent the minister and the queen to drink that poison cup. The king was trying to force the minister and the queen to drink that poison cup, and they also felt guilty. They fell on at his feet, the king's feet, and they begged for the mercy. And what the king ordered? The king ordered that they should be hanged out. And the doctor should be sent from this kingdom. I don't want to see doctor in this area again, in this kingdom again. So he gave an order to kill the minister and the queen, and they banished. That is, banished means sending somebody out of the country as a punishment. So the king asked to send the doctor out of his kingdom. And after that, what happened? Nagendra was very much famous, and Nagendra got his minister job. That means Nagendra became the minister for the king, and the king gave him lots of money to honor him. And why honor him? Because of his advice, because of his wisdom, the king was able to find out the truth, right? So this is a story about a boy who sold his wisdom. It's nothing but advice, and that is how from a normal person, from a normal boy, he became a minister for his king. And this is a story where we says whatever you do, you should think and do, and whatever you do in your life, you should have a motto. Okay, I hope everybody understood this chapter. It's a very good story. So just read the story again, underline the words wherever you have feel difficulty, and please ask me the doubts. Thank you. Have a good day.